What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Daily Fan Racing Quick Picks video. This is our first ever edition, so thanks for checking it out and supporting us. Hopefully, we can do this every week going forward and deliver some really good picks for you guys to get you set up for the race weekend. There's a lot of people that do like core fours, and this is going to kind of be like that, but I'm going to look for more of a tournament aspect to it as well, and essentially give you my top plays, but try to be different than just saying, oh, this is the most obvious play, this is a chalk, and just roll with that. So I'm going to give you my favorite cash play every week. That's going to be kind of your chalkier option that should get you the points needed to hit cash lineups. I'm going to give you my favorite contrarian tournament play instead of giving you like a mid-tier driver to watch or something like that. I'm going to give you my favorite contrarian tournament option, someone to pivot to get off some chalkier plays or to get off of some more popular options at anywhere in the slate. It might be at the top or in the value tier. And I'm going to give you my favorite value GPP play as well. That's going to be kind of based around who I think has really good upside, who may not be super heavily owned. When talking about that value tier, I'm probably going to spit out who the cash option will be in that range as well whenever I'm doing it, just so that's always out there for you guys. But for the most part, I'm going to hit those three key areas every week, and then I'll mix in a couple other guys just with, through what I'm talking about. That's just going to be natural when you're delivering stuff. But let's go ahead and get into it. So for my first ever video, Watkins Glen, we got a roughly 2.5 mile road course. It's the final road course of the summer stretch. We get a few of these here in the summer. 90 lap race, lap times around minute and 11 minute, 12 seconds in the race. For the most part, the top 12 to 15 are really close in time. It should be a fun battle at the front, just like it was at Indy last week. And then a lot of mess in the middle on back. So, if we get a long green flag race, because there are no stage breaks at caution or no cautions at stage breaks, we may get a long green flag race again. That would certainly play into a similar race like we saw last week, or we can see some carnage. We saw at the Xfinity race that, you get a late caution, anything goes here. So lots of ways this race can go. I'm going to give you kind of my plays based off of speed this week. It's hard to predict carnage and which place differential guys will just smash because they get lucky on strategy or from accidents happening. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let me give you my top plays. So the favorite cash play of the week is going to be pretty much straightforward what everyone else is on. Chase Elliott starting 15th, 11K. Most expensive guy on the slate, but starting 15th with what should be a potential top 5 car is somewhere I want to go. He's finished first, second, and fourth, and that fourth place finish he was going to win here last year if he doesn't get moved by Larson. He's just phenomenal on this track. So even if he doesn't get up there and contend for the win, even if he's not leading his laps, I do expect a top 8, top 5 finish. Place for points there to add to his total. Should be a nice safe 45, 50 points with even bigger upside. He could win this race still. So love that play in cash. Martin Truex is another solid option, kind of the same type deal with place differential and has a phenomenal history here. But Chase Elliott's just too strong really at this track. And then you see with Byron and Larson practice and qualifying, they're both top 5 cars. So I would expect Chase Elliott to be pretty good in the race as well. Next up is going to be my favorite tournament play of the week. So there's a lot of really good options. AJ Allmendinger is going to stand out. You got Hamlin, Byron on the front row as well, kind of in this range. But Daniel Suarez is going to offer kind of the perfect scenario. Place differential, salary is pretty decent at 9,500. Starting 14th, if he can finish 8th, 7th even, that's going to be a pretty good day for us on DraftKings. And then if he can get a top 5 finish, that's going to be epic. He's got 3 top 5s in his 5 career starts here, including last year when he finished 5th. You saw him last week. He's probably the fastest car. He had that big pit road issue, but he went from being about 10 seconds back to about 5 seconds back on McDowell over that final run. So it's certainly possible that he had the best car. He definitely looked really good. We saw him win Sonoma last year as well. So obviously the upside with Suarez is there. He's been performing on road courses, but there's also downside with Suarez. He's mistake prone. He doesn't always get the finishes he deserves, which is a concern. So that's definitely a possibility here as well, which is why it's a tournament play. It's not someone I feel comfortable with in cash because Suarez is just as likely to screw it up and finish 25th as he is to finish 5th. So I feel like this is a really good way to kind of be different off of the Michael McDowell, who's going to be chalky. AJ Allmendinger is fastest in everything in practice. He's going to see some ownership as well. McDowell off that win last week. AJ off the speed they showed in practice. You also got Byron Hamlin on front row. That could be early dominators. There's a lot of people in that range that might keep ownership off Suarez. And then I know the upside's there from 14th. So I really like that play. you can pretty much do him in single entry. It's probably my favorite area to use him, but he's just good all around it, and I like that play. And then finally, my favorite value tier tournament play is Justin Haley at 6,100. So if you're looking for a safer option, it's probably Ryan Preece. He's super cheap and he starts 30th, right? So you can play him. And if he gets to 22nd, it pretty much hits what you need at his price. There's some other cheap value options down there as well, like Almirola is viable. But for me, if I'm looking for upside, if I'm looking for a little bit difference, but guys that could have speed in their car, it's Justin Haley. First off, his teammates, the fastest car in New York based off of practice, what we saw there. I think AJ is probably realistically a top 5 car, but I do think Justin Haley will also have speed in his. So where I look at the Stewart-Haas cars, Almirola, Preece, Ricky Stenhouse starting towards the back, some of those guys, I don't see a lot of speed in their car. And I think they could just run 20th to 25th all race and not really have much of an upside. The race last week where we got no cautions, those type of drivers without a lot of speed really couldn't make up positions because it wasn't Cartersville. They weren't able to beat anyone on pace. And I think that's possible again this week. Now, if we see, big pileups and wrecks late in this race and some variance, and yeah, of course, Ryan Preece starting 30th offers us a lot of potential. And that's why we're kind of just sliding him into cash. We're hoping for a 22nd place finish, 23rd, and that'll probably do well. But then his upside's even bigger from there. But I feel like a lot of people won't be on Justin Haley. When you look at his career with this next-gen car on road courses, he's finished top 20 in 7 out of 10 races. He starts 20th, so right there, if he can move forward, you're talking about a guy that can score 30-plus points with a solid day. I think he's someone that can contend for a top 15 finish. I believe he's got good tournament upside, and for that reason, I want ownership on this. The one different, I don't think you'll see a ton of ownership. But 2, I just think his upside is pretty good for that range. We saw he finished second in Chicago to SVG, and he did that kind of on strategy, but he also was able to maintain that track position when he gets there. He has good enough pace on road courses. He's always been solid on road courses, and I believe, he has the ability to do it. He has 4 top 15 finishes in this next-gen car in those 10 races. It's certainly there for him. And that's why I'm really, really liking this play in tournaments. Again, you want something a little safer, you go Ryan Preece. But Haley, to me, has a really good upside. And then other options in that range, Kevin Harvick could be a good value play. He's fairly cheap this week. And then also Austin Dillon, if you're being different in tournaments, could also be good. Starting 16th, that's going to typically keep me off of him. But if he gets another top 15 finish, then Austin Dillon could be a great play as well. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Hopefully this one helps you guys out. Hopefully these plays hit. If not, we may be looking at a different way to do this video going forward. But right now, this is kind of how I want to attack this. I like this setup where I get to play more tournament mindset. Don't have to give away just a cash core or something like that. I can kind of give some plays I'm looking forward to playing while still giving me that one guy off the bat that should score well. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, tell your friends, family, whoever, help us out, grow the channel. That's the whole point of shifting to this quick pick video, is to hopefully gain some more eyeballs on race day, to get more subscribers, to get more likes, get more stuff going on here on the channel. And that'll do it. I appreciate it. Hopefully the first one gives us some success and we can win some money. Best of luck this weekend, and we'll catch you next time. See you guys.